Okay, three sets of problems dealing with parallelograms. We proved in class that if you take a parallelogram and draw a diagonal, the two resulting triangles, triangle ABD and triangle CBD, are congruent, so therefore corresponding parts have to be congruent, which means segment AB and segment CD are congruent. So if the segment at the top is 20, as based on the given information, the segment at the bottom has to be 20. Likewise, the segment on the left has to be congruent to the segment on the right. So if segment BC is 17, segment AD has to be 17. So we have those two answers. Segment DC is equal to 20, segment AD is equal to 17. Also, for the same type of reasoning, two triangles are congruent when you draw a diagonal. That means opposite angles of the parallelogram, such as angle A, which is 121, and angle C, they have to be congruent, so angle C also has a measure of 121. And likewise, angles B and D have to be congruent. Now, all four angles have to total 180, or any two consecutive angles have to total half that. All four angles add to equal 360, so any two consecutive angles like angles A and D, they're same side interior angles that have to be supplementary, or those two angles add to equal 180, and the other two angles like angles B and C, that adds to equal 180. So if you subtract 121 from 180, you get 59 degrees, and that's angle B and angle D. And one more problem dealing with parallelograms. If you draw both diagonals, triangles like triangle AEB and triangle CED, they are congruent, meaning corresponding parts are congruent there. So segment AE and segment CE would be a pair of corresponding parts. If we just look at that, that means that diagonal, segment AC, is being intersected at its midpoint. And if we look at the other pair of corresponding segments, that would be segment DE and segment BE, they have to be congruent. That diagonal is also being bisected, so the diagonals bisect each other. So if AC is equal to 12, it's being divided into two equal parts, so you just divide the 12 by 2 and you get segment AE is equal to 6. Segment CE is also equal to 6. Likewise, if segment BD is 18, that's being divided into two congruent segments, each part of which is equal to a length of 9. Hope that helps. Good luck for the exam.